Welcome to Live Action Stars. I'm Ralph.
I'm James, I think.
And today we're talking about season 2 of Andor, episode 1 through 3. I forgot to mark down the titles, but
I've got them somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. But we're not doing it alone.
Oh.
We are joined by the one and only Jacob.
Andor! Andor! Oh!
We couldn't not start with Jacob for this. I think since we had you on for season 1, Jacob, you've been chomping at the bits to talk about more Andor.
I've waited so long. 3 years of no Andor. Just watching it over and over again. And finally it is here. And it's real good.
It really is good. There's no point hiding what we thought. I've not spoken to you, Ralph, about it. Jacob, I can only assume that you loved it. I loved it. Ralph,
You got me.
Just quick thoughts. What did you think?
Well, so here's the thing. We set it up so that Stevie and I would watch it one a day until this recording. So we watched Tuesday, second episode Wednesday, and then Thursday. That's how days work. And after the first one, we're like, that's kind of like, this is an odd episode. Like, it's a lot of stories going on. It's like 4 stories. And then it's like, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, it's fine. But we could have just started the next one right away. But we had already set in my let's let it breathe.
It's so easy to.
You know?
It's so easy to.
So
it's right there.
Yeah.
So we're watching the second one. And we'll talk about this Andor storyline in there in a bit. But I was just like, I need to just need Andor to move on from this place.
Yeah.
And then when he moved on from that place, and I saw the place, and I was like,
it's a place.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. But here, last night we finished episode 3.
So it's fresh.
People were
nice.
People were throwing out spoilers already, as if everybody watched all 3 minute 1.
Oh, there's so many podcasts that are 4 hours long each, and I'm like, how have you had time to do this since watching?
It's going to
these?
be like this
it went out
for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
The first 3, the screeners went out to everybody already, and they got all of them.
Yeah.
Watch the whole show.
Yeah, they got all of it.
That's a lot of TV.
So they're already banking their podcasts. We, on the other hand, we're not cool enough to get screeners. I don't even know if I want them, to be honest.
I mean, it would have helped
real
me
experience right here.
It would have helped you for sure.
Scheduling and everything that. Yeah. I have a 2-week-old child as of today. He's 2 weeks today. So I watched the first episode. Thank you, Jacob. I watched the first episode as it dropped, pretty much because I was up doing a night feed with little Indy, and I watched that, and then I knew that Liz really wanted to watch the episodes as well. So I waited. And then we watched 1, 2, and 3, not completely back to back, but whenever we got time when he was napping or whatever.
Whenever.
Yeah.
Fatherhood stuff.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah. But ultimately, I like it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm down to clown.
I didn't really take any notes. There's only one thing that's been in my head, don't forget to bring it up. You must bring this up. Is the ATST marionette toy.
Yeah.
I thought that
was that's so amazing. Yeah.
It starts out real strong because it's the first thing you see is a TIE Avenger.
Yeah.
It's just all right, we're here. We're starting this.
It's the lights coming on. It was I think Tony Gilroy described it as stage lights, and it's in a test facility and everything. It's boom, we're on. It's it is.
Ooh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah. It's the start.
Are they using the volume on this show?
I know they're using
I can't tell.
I don't know if it's exactly the volume, but they're using some stagecraft stuff to for lighting.
Enhanced
I know they use that in outside windows and stuff.
Yeah,
things like that. I don't know if exactly the volume or if it's just something.
That TIE Avenger hanger looks so good.
Mhm.
It looks like a real place.
Yeah,
I wonder if they're going back to like miniatures, like episode 1 style, where they
that'd be
like
amazing.
build the
Or map
miniatures.
paintings or anything like who knows. I
That
know
would be
that
cool.
the cornfields, for lack of or whatever it is, like the space cornfields, they had a farmer just grow that. That's just rye. Like
Yeah.
they took
they
over a
interstellar
farm
did.
for a year. And they just said like, we'll just pay you to grow this crop because it looks better than what you actually grow. So they're going into that level of detail with this stuff. Like, I think they
Jacob,
probably are
This is an
using
expensive
stagecraft
show.
when they need to, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're not doing it just for the sake of it.
In a
I
rock.
like
it
that
is-
Jacob went to Interstellar and I went to Signs.
Yeah.
Like,
We're just growing fields full of stuff for these movies.
they always pat
It's a great
themselves on the
idea.
back when they do that too.
Mm.
Yeah. It always has to be brought up. But it starts out with the TIE Avenger. We got Cassian hanging out in this a Sinar facility, which was extremely cool.
Yeah,
There's like some good Star Wars bits
That's it.
thrown out immediately.
Well, like I mean, we start with the 4BBY like title card and
Yeah.
everything, like we did in
Yeah.
season 1. It's like for a show that isn't lore heavy at all. Like anyone can watch Andor and love it. There's so much still peppered in there, like for like the sickos like me and Jacob who just like dig in deep on all this stuff. Like,
I think season 1, Stevie said like, "What the fuck is BBY?"
yeah,
And then I had to be like,
that mean?
I had to like pause it and be like, well, here's what happened. Like I felt like such an
Zero is the
such an
battle.
asshole.
Yeah.
Like in episode 3 of this, when they're doing the dance, the band, I didn't want to say, "Oh, that's a Valacourt."
Oh yeah. That's the Valancourt.
Like, I was
we
like-
know the track. It's a new remix, and yeah.
Yep, I've heard that tune a bunch of times.
Yep.
But we get Cassian, and he is just a totally different guy from the first.
I mean,
season.
he's mini Luthen. Like he's a cold bastard. Like he's going in and he's ready to kill his contact when he's not sure if she's ratting on him or not. But then as soon as he hears like, oh, they think I'm cute, he's like, cool, I can turn the charm on and I can use that to my advantage.
And he tells her like some just rebellious stuff, and she's just crying from how cool it is. And I'm like, oh my god, look at him go. He's a rebel.
He's a rebel. He's a leader. He's ready to like recruit people. He's not just like doing this stuff because he wants to. He out
probably
there,
knows
with
Nemec's manifesto front to back.
Yeah, I would hope
bottom,
so.
however that works.
He's probably using bits of it when it's like appropriate for certain people.
Yeah.
But still, he's still not like the guy, because like that's not the ship that he thought he was going to be stealing. He doesn't know how to fly it. He's still
apparent.
A bit of a screw up at times.
Yeah, or like they got some bad intel or something. Like,
yeah, maybe.
As soon as he enters the ship, he's like,
what is
now?
Theory.
Yeah.
What the hell is this?
Was this the first shit in Star Wars? When he like first takes off and he shoots backwards in the hangar, he's just like, shit. Is that the first time shit's been said?
This is the second shit in Star Wars.
What was the first?
Because
I didn't even notice he said shit.
Oh,
he goes like shit.
Yeah.
He crashes into the hangar. But
did they say
Andor
shit in
Solo?
1,
episode 3? The other guy, like Cyril Karn's other cop friend.
Oh yeah. When they're on the balcony.
He's on the balcony. They find out that like they're just cops are going down somewhere else in the city, and he goes,
yeah.
And I was like, all right.
I thought there might have been one before because I just remember talking about it on the show. But yeah, like they are.
Is this the first time they used the R word?
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
I guarantee you that's like not even in a book or a comic or any in the last.
That one I was like
40 years.
Yeah, they like. I mean, it's overt. Like they obviously like you go back to Return of the Jedi, and there's hints of sexual assault and stuff in there with Leia and everything.
Yeah,
like, but it's not overt. Like they could dance around that if they wanted to. That it's like, oh no, it's just a degrading thing. Like, but like this is full on. Like they are.
They're not being subtle about it.
No. It makes me go
which
like,
was, shocking.
if they were to go back and re-edit the end of season 1, would they leave it as "fuck the Empire" instead of "fight the Empire"?
Oh, right.
Like, because that's how it was shot.
I think StarWars.com on their YouTube channel recently posted like the green screen take of Marva's speech, and it says like what she said. I didn't watch it because it was a YouTube short. I'm not into shorts.
That's cool. I'll have to take a look at that. I like.
I probably should have looked at it before bringing
it up.
Yeah.
But what's Cassie
speaking of the TIE Avenger?
Yeah,
I have a theory that maybe they take this TIE Avenger and they start stripping it down and doing some what do they call them? Like, not backwards compatible, but like, whatever.
Oh, like reverse engineer.
Yes, and I think I want to say they make this.
Oh,
I don't know if it's true or not. It's a theory that they take that technology to create their own ship.
Was the U-wing an Incom ship, Jacob? Do you know if the U-wing is made by Incom?
It looks Incom. I can look it up.
Yeah, it's like all the other.
I know you're not asking me.
No, don't worry, Ralph. I'm not going to put that one to you.
U-wing.
In classic Ralph style, I changed the artwork today of the thumbnail. I found a better thing, but the U-wing is prominently figured in that poster.
Yeah.
It
was used in all of the Rogue One promo material for really. It's only in half the movie. Like, it is.
Stevie got me this little diecast
metal.
It is rad.
It is Incom. It's an Incom ship. Cool.
So maybe
I love the U-wing.
Maybe they're delivering it to Incom labs or something like that for them to produce it for the Rebellion. Who knows?
Yeah,
because they clearly want that. They clearly want the ship, but they didn't know what they were getting their hands on.
Yeah, right? It was really cool to see the TIE Avenger. Like, I played a lot of TIE Fighter.
Yeah,
when I was a kid, but I didn't know what the hell I was doing at all. But I flew that ship a lot, and it was my favorite.
It's cool.
So it was an extra little treat.
I think me and Ralph said it when we watched the trailer. Back? What, TIE Fighter?
Or X-Wing.
They tried with Squadrons, but I think like me, Jacob, and like about a dozen other people were probably the only people playing it. Like,
I've actually, coincidentally, I got my HOTAS hooked up right now because Patrick and I were going to record like a little Patreon video in it.
Nice.
And just like talk about all the random Star Wars stuff while also trying to play Squadrons on a HOTAS, which we were both not good at.
Ed and I played a lot of that game online and just fucked around.
I love Squadrons.
It was so good. It was so much fun.
That had the Defender in it. We didn't get the Adventure, but we did get the Defender.
So I mean, timeline-wise, this is just before. This is for BBY. So this is just before the Thrawn stuff in Rebels is taking place. That was the first season of Rebels is also for BBY.
My God, like they're foreshadowing Gorman so hard.
The Gorman massacre is like that's the focal point of the entire show.
I have a theory. I have a wish. That's something I want to happen. I'm hoping that Cyril and Dedra decide to give Cyril's mom a lovely home on Gorman as a way,
wedding gift or something like that.
To offer a peace branch. Like, here, we bought you this lovely house. It's right in the fabric district, and just
right near the caves,
send her off
the spider caves.
Because fuck that lady.
Spiders. Oh, I'll get into that as well.
So okay,
but like, damn.
So we got a little bit of Dedra in the second episode, but the third episode where was it the first? I don't remember.
The first one.
But when the reveal of Cyril at her house,
that was
Stevie's like, holy shit, they're yuppies, and I'm like, yes, and
I was
I hate him. I hate him and love it so much. I don't know.
You can't look away. It's just
kind of rooting for
good.
him.
Like, it's like they are the most wholesome, creepy, like super autistic couple that you've ever seen. Like, they are both of a kind, and
this weird like fascist romance.
Yeah,
you can't stop watching.
I don't know if I'm rooting for them to be happy together, but I can't look away.
Kind of like what happened with the first season, where it's like I know Tony Gilroy's talked about this a bunch, but like, ooh, it really makes you root for Dedra. until
Yeah.
she starts
Well,
getting
her
what she wants, and then
story-
she's terrifying and horrible.
Yep.
Ugh,
Her
good
backstory,
lord.
though, her
This too.
backstory mixed with her like not agreeing with what's happening on Gorman, like it's like, oh, she's got something in there. She was
Yeah.
just raised in like imperial
a
orphanage, basically.
Yeah, that was interesting. Nice bit of backstory that we hadn't known anything about her backstory before, and like knowing that she's imperial through and through, but is willing to like play the game and sacrifice whoever she needs. Like her and Luthen are like two of a kind, and
Yeah.
I was thinking
They're
about how
deep.
it's going to play out on Gorman, and I could see them both sort of going for the same thing. Like they both kind of need that massacre to take place for different reasons. She needs it so that the Imperials can swoop in and take control, and it can be awful, and they can get what they want. And I think Luthen's going to want it to happen and to be an instigator in it, and to be like one of the rebels that she's encouraging to galvanize the rebellion, to bring it all together. And we know that is a focal point for the rebel alliance coming together, because that's what sparks Mon Mothma to give her speech to the Senate and everything. So it's going to be really, really interesting seeing two sides playing the middle and all these innocent people getting messed up.
Yeah,
I feel
speaking
like
of the
was
Gorman
it to-
stuff, like the Krennic's first scene, when that in that conspiracy style,
like his
meeting,
like
it's like
his
exactly
Bond villain like war room.
Yeah, like
and
that
the two
that whole
fucking
scene.
suits that come in, the propaganda guys.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
What are they called? Like the
madmen.
Something of enlightenment.
Oh,
was there a department or something?
yeah,
but like
Joy Division.
There's been a lot of like some really fun subversion of expectations after a year has passed. But like I love him just like, this is a super secret meeting. You're all here. I'm going to tell you something really important. And then because you know what you're thinking, like this is the Death Star guy.
Yeah, he knows. He knows
like
what he's talking about, but they don't.
Yeah.
It's so
like,
compartmentalized.
It's this corny like ad for Gorman.
It's a travel video.
Yeah, it's a travel video about Gorman, and it's like wonderful and goofy, and everyone's watching it like, what the heck? What is this?
Why are we watching?
And I'm watching it like, what is this?
Yeah.
Spiders.
It's like, come to Gorman. We have a big horn, and we have spiders that make all the thread in the galaxy. Everyone's watching the whole thing, and I was like, and Dedrick was even like,
his
look on her face. It was great.
It is fascinating. It's like he knows, but I liked seeing Orson Krennic as like the top dog, like the one in charge, because as soon as we get to Rogue One, he's middle management. He's put in his place.
He's being pushed aside.
Yeah, Tarkin's come back into this project that, all right, Tarkin started it. It got handed off to Krennic. Krennic's ushered all the way through, and he's got the Death Star to that point, and we hear the deadline. Like they talk about it in terms of like the energy bill or whatever. Like that deadline is building up to Death Star. We know that by the time we get to Rogue One, the Death Star's a little bit overdue, and it's because of the super laser. Everything else has gone fine. It's just the super laser is the one thing holding them back. And that's like they're like a year out of date, essentially, of where they should be. And seeing him
that's
point,
Wednesday or that's Tuesday.
Yeah. Seeing him like really in control, like no one else, like Tarkin and the Emperor are the only other people not in that room that know about what's going on there.
Yeah. Ooh, and Krennic's talked to the Emperor, according to him.
Yeah.
Directly.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of like cameos and shit, but if Palpatine's in this at in any point, I mean, he was there in the Obi-Wan series. Like, let's
they name dropped him plenty last season. Like, and like Yularen said he talked to the Emperor. Everyone's talking to the Emperor and coming back.
I said, like, we get like I think Yularen was name dropped here as well. It's just like there are other ISB members there, but not Yularen, who we know will at some point know about the Death Star. He's on the Death Star.
Yeah.
But
and I'm glad that we get
he's not there now.
We get more Partagaz and Dedrick. I love like Partagaz, he's great. He's always great every scene he's in. So him being like having him be
not at the top in some scenes is great too, especially when he's like, because Dedra ends up getting this Gorman assignment, and she's like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
I don't want this. I want to catch
Right.
Axis.
Yeah,
and he's like,
she wants to keep going with her mission.
Gave this to you. You have to do it.
Yeah,
like
it's already done.
You have
already
no
done.
choice.
Yeah. It
and,
wasn't a request.
Seeing him in that position, and that room full of like
he's got such fatherly affection for Dedra, and it makes me like he's obviously brought her up all the way through the ranks and stuff. He's been her champion. We saw that in season 1, and so for him to like give her this solid advice, it's like it's gonna feel like a demotion. It's not. This will lead to bigger and better things for you. I mean, it probably won't not in terms Gormans. Of not for Gormans, and it probably won't in terms of the way
not
that we
for
know
her
that
either.
Everything shakes out, but like if it all goes to plan, it will put her on that council room in the Death Star where there's an empty seat. Where I don't know if it was ever confirmed or if they ever like headcanoned it or whatever, but like that, I always thought like that's a good spot for Krennic, but he just never made it there. We'll see.
It's it was great seeing her like kind of more in her element in this first episode, but then when she goes home and it like goes to her apartment and she's just looking out the window listening to opera music, and I was like, what is this is weird. And then who comes home but Cyril fucking Karn, and I was like oh my god. Oh my god! Because we got one scene with him before this, where he's in the
he's doing his job.
Standards,
and
he's like promotion. So confident, and he's like giving this ridiculous speech that made us crack up.
Yeah,
what does he say? He said it's like this is a place for those who dare.
Dare to dream, sort of thing. Which having watched all of season 2 of Light and Magic over the last couple of weeks, there's so many people in there where like George would always tell us dare to do this, dare to dream, dare to be goofy, dare to be fun. And I was like, that seems to be like a George Lucasism, and I was like, for them to then put that in Cyril Khan's mouth, it was like, that's hilarious, that's really fun.
But it's so funny when he's like telling this kid like, hey, it might look like a bunch of cubicles, but guess what I got to do while I was here. And he starts like he starts making himself like you can make a difference.
Oh
but
my
with
Lord.
him and Dedra together, at first I was like,
not ready.
If Dedra has this assignment going to Gorman and their whole thing is like manufacturing like fabrics and silks and whatever, I'm like, well, the guy she needs for the job is the guy who like tailored his collar in his police outfit.
No matter what, I feel like he's the guy for the job because he can go in and be undercover, like, and he's 100%. He's itching for something. Like he needs to be involved.
He figured out the whole Cassian thing in season 1. He just was horribly outmatched. But he got down to it.
He is just a goon. He's not dumb. He's just a dog who can't get anything done.
I love the season starting with him just he's got it all right now.
I mean, kind of like
a job he's doing well at, except with his mom, but that gets fixed in a pretty fantastic couple of scenes.
So good.
There was some funny. There was funny stuff in all 3 of these episodes. Man, when it cut to him face down on the bed, and knowing that he can hear everything that's going on,
funny.
I was howling. It was the best. That was like the
I kind of wanted to make that the thumbnail art.
Yeah,
it's really good.
It's amazing.
Meanwhile,
his mom is just getting absolutely like rinsed by.
I watched it a couple times because the dialogue. I mean, obviously it's so good, but like it was so good. These scenes were awesome. Where Dedra says to Edie, like our time spent together will be inversely proportional to the amount of anxiety you bring into our lives. And I was like, woo!
Yeah.
Woo! There's some like cold stuff that gets said in these first few episodes by multiple characters, but like that scene was so awesome. Those two like facing off. It's not something I ever thought I'd be watching on this show, but it's so good.
Weirdly, the most supportive relationship like thing that's ever happened in Star Wars.
Yeah, and it's from one Nazi to another.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's funny
lord.
that Dedra was like getting dressed, and she like was sending out a lot of white outfits, and she settled on
Yeah.
black.
Yeah.
But I love that she in the mirror did like the fake smile, and I'm
The
like,
smile,
holy shit,
that
that does
was
not
a
look right.
bone-chilling smile.
Yeah.
When she
It's
did
like
that, I was
when-
like,
It's like when Arnold tries to smile in T2.
yeah. It was so weird to watch, but seeing her in this like environment is still so
That
fun.
is messed
And,
up.
ooh, Edie is just a menace when she comes into the
I
show.
hate her.
She's evil, and she's
I
so
hate her.
confident. She's so confident because she knows she's got Cyril wrapped around her finger, and she's
Yeah.
like, well, anyone that he's with is probably going to be like fugly and like easy to manipulate as well.
She breaks him down fast when she
And-
gets there.
Oh yeah, and Dedra just has none of it. She's just,
She
yeah,
talks
she's-
about her that she's done like ISB checks on both Cyril and
On Uncle Harlow.
And you might not want to talk about Uncle Harlow in public. Like all of that shit was like, holy crap, man. She is.
Yeah. She's done her
Don't-
research.
don't
She's
fuck
on
her
it.
at all.
Yeah.
She's done her research.
She's
Oh, my
Cyril
lord.
Khan, but with resources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her using
Oh.
just leveraging that to like make the relationship more healthy for Cyril.
Mhm.
It's so funny. Like he comes back into the room and just like, oh, we're just talking about how talented you are.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
how great everything is. You're just such a good son.
It's
Ugh,
we've
they're all
talked about
great.
it for years about how we would love to get a Star Wars show that isn't like all space battles and everything like that. We'd like the behind the scenes documentary or the political drama
Yeah.
about this. This show's given us all of it, and it's so good. Like
At
we're
the same
getting
time.
family drama, we're getting the heist action film, we're getting slapstick comedy at times. Like it's really, really amazing that they can pull it
Yeah.
all off.
Because like we've got this going on, and then like we've also got Cassian on his misadventure, and then we've got all
So
the
this-
wedding stuff on Chandrilla.
Let's talk about the Cassian side of it, because this is the
Yeah.
weirdest storyline.
Okay, so
go on.
by episode 2, I told Stevie, I said, he better get the fuck out of here because I can't deal with these stupid fucking idiots in the
These
woods.
losers.
They were
Yeah.
driving me up the goddamn wall.
Yep.
And then when they, Jesus Christ. And I mean, I was so like both frustrated and it made me laugh at the same time
Yeah.
when they
Mhm.
all met in the middle of the field and dropped their weapons and decided to do this
Rochambeau.
fucking.
Rock, rock,
right.
paper, scissors.
And I'm
Something.
Four-way rock, paper-
And I told Stevie, I literally said out loud, fuck these guys. Andor could kill all of them. Let's go. And then he
And-
did. And I
and
was
he knew it.
happy.
Yeah, and he knew it.
Yeah.
He knew it from the beginning. And it's I didn't like them. And my rewatch, I was like, I see it. I get it. I know why they're doing this, because the frustration
Yeah.
that we're feeling is the same frustration that he's feeling. It's like,
Yeah.
these guys are fucking losers. All you're doing is eating into my time. Like I
Yeah.
don't need this. You've
It's
fucked
just
up
like
the plan, and you're
a
just
real-
you're eating into this plan. And it was only from listening to another podcast that this is a rebel group that were mentioned in season 1.
Yeah,
when
Maya
Luthen-
Pei's group.
Yeah, Maya Pei. It's when
Blink and you'll miss
Luthen
it,
meets
but-
with
Yeah.
Luthen's talking to
Saw.
Saw Gerrera, and he's like, Maya Pei's a neo-Republican, and he's like listing all of the different factions that are out there that
Yeah.
he's working with. And it's like, this is that group. And it's like, they're fuck ups. They're just a bunch of fuck ups. And
Yeah.
they're all working together. And it's the factions of the rebellion. There isn't an alliance yet. It's just all these different groups. And
Yeah. I feel like it's showing like how easily it can fall apart without
Yeah.
guidance.
yeah.
Like
How there's so
how
many that
fragile it
are
all
willing to
is.
fight. There's so many people that
Yeah.
are willing to like get involved with this fight, but like they need some leadership. They need
Yeah.
some control. It makes like having them this splintered makes them easy to sacrifice, which we've seen
Yeah.
Luthen do. But like he's willing and wants to do that when it's appropriate. But I don't know. They're not going to get a big win until they all
Yeah.
come together, and we see that. So
And Cassie knows exactly like what their problems are. He like knows what the
picks 'em
issues
apart.
are.
he picks them apart
He
straight
can
away.
manipulate them. He's in his element. Like he knows how to get out of this. He just has to be really patient about it. and like hope that they don't just like randomly kill him. But luckily,
Yeah,
like
and that's it.
they play rock paper scissors and a monster eats them.
They're only dangerous because they're dumb.
Yeah.
It's like he would catch a stray like bullet. That's the only reason that he would get killed by these guys.
Yeah, they're like sending out like people to like crawl around in the mud,
try and find a body,
and
like,
hide from each other and stuff, and eat like gross
they're like
melons.
50 feet away from each other.
Yeah, that's like they're right over there.
Yeah, just shouting.
The whole situation was ridiculous.
Yeah,
but I was picking up what it was trying to do. It was just it was pretty goofy. These characters.
It was,
but when you like watching it over 3 days. Like
painful.
Literally by the second day, I'm like,
feels long,
I can't with these guys. I really can't.
That storyline made me go, oh, and we are not advocates for the binge drop normally over here, but like that storyline made me go, yeah, no, that's the way to do it with this show. With this arc at the very least. And I mean, they did the first 3 episodes of season 1, and when they came out, people were like, yeah, it's good, it's got a lot of potential, but it's a bit slow, isn't it? Like, and I think it's it's only with hindsight that people go, oh no, Andor season 1 flawless from the beginning. Like,
this
is how it is.
I was in, I was in with season 1 and the pacing that they had, but like this is how it is. It can take its time with some of the stuff.
It's a slow burn show. I mean, it gave us plenty of action too, as well.
It's so funny
but,
when
like,
he escapes
really
in the TIE Fighter or the TIE Avenger. And it's revealed that it's fucking Yavin. Like, I'm like, you gotta be shitting.
Yeah, that was a nice surprise.
I was like, it completely like washed away a lot of stuff. And I'm not a guy who's like into sort of like, like
putting it for the sake of it,
like that.
Yeah.
But when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's Star Wars.
Like,
but at the same time,
cool.
But I was like, oh, do the rebels have those big the lookout towers, so that they don't have to be on the ground with those monsters? I didn't know there was monsters out there. There's monsters out there,
and
so like, there is a use for those towers.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get super nerdy, if you want to go back to old EU stuff, like the reason that Hobby isn't like a part of the Battle of Yavin because he got sick from eating some local fauna. If he ate one of those melons, like if like that's like it's not
freaking disgusting.
Like, all of
it,
it.
But I mean, but that's good for you and the old EU readers and stuff. Like that's like it tracks, and it's so funny because like it's like known that like Tony Gilroy doesn't give a shit about like Star Wars lore and all that stuff, but someone at the story group is like, hey, listen, like you're looking for this linchpin thing for your series.
Gorman.
Here's this Gorman massacre thing. Not a lot is known about it, but it's a massacre and it's a name Gorman. And so like he's able to weave that in. It's essentially like what they did with Rogue One and Saw Gerrera. Like they wanted a sort of more like a radical rebel
this
group.
Show is
story group comes in and says
story group is perfect for. It's like it's
we have this guy.
Those details when they're appropriate for the story that's being told.
Yeah.
Like, hey Tony, why don't you name drop the Rakatans one more time?
Yeah. We got some in season 1. We're getting some here.
I got it in season 2. I was like, cool. Yeah, keep bringing up the Rakatan Infinite Empire.
Absolutely. It's Knights of the Old Republic is being canonized right there in front of us. It's cool.
Yeah, I felt the same way with the Yavin reveal. Like it kind of like that was a nice little bow on that made me very happy. Even though it was just a ridiculous situation, I was like, come on, Cassian, get out of here. This is a real
and it makes you go like, oh shit, Cassian's like super important to all of this, because if they need a base after Dantooine or something like that, like if he's the one who's like, there's a place, it's probably empty because those fuck ups have kind of killed each other, but like
it's pretty inhospitable, but there's temples.
Yeah, we can set up shop there. Like I've seen it, I've been there. Like if he's the one who suggests it, great.
It was I feel like was hopping
then we could get
so much.
We could get those guys. Like we could get 1 or 2 of those idiots surviving and being
like
there.
Like Porkins is in the group.
Yeah.
Porkins was just in the background of all of these shots.
Yeah,
he was eating all the melon.
Also, we lost Porco.
Oh yeah,
whoever his contact was never got Porco back.
Yep.
Real bummer. We haven't really I want to talk. Can we talk about the Shandy wedding?
The
Because
best, my favorite plot.
That
of
was my
the
favorite
three.
stuff
Yeah.
of this whole.
This was
arc, his wedding.
the good shit of this. Like
And it
this
starts
was
with like a big oneer.
it's amazing. Like it's just they're just showing off the sets that they've built.
Look at these sets. Look at these costumes. Look at this
spent money. Yeah.
Watch Mon Mothma walk around and watch her facial expression change intensely so many times during that oneer. Like, she is the best actor in this whole thing.
Well, by far. Yeah, she's amazing.
I love her.
She's like,
I bet she was so bummed 20 years ago. She was so bummed that she got cut out of Revenge of the Sith. And here she has like, she's the focus of this amazing series.
We've mentioned it a few times. I think we mentioned it during when she popped up in Ahsoka, but like I'd be cool with recutting Return of the Jedi and putting Genevieve O'Reilly in there. Like if you're gonna do it, it doesn't matter now. Like fuck it, like just throw her in. She is Mon Mothma.
Do that. Make her a Force Ghost at the end too. I don't care. She's that good. Hayden pops up, and then Genevieve O'Reilly pops up. Like, not
even as a Force Ghost. Just have a party in with some Ewoks. We know that she can dance.
There.
She's just dancing.
She can dance.
Yeah.
She's doing her like drunk, miserable dance.
Yeah, she's just doing shots of Ewoks.
Okay, there's so much to talk about, but can we talk about the music? Nicholas Brittle didn't do this arc. I guess he's doing some of the music in this.
Yeah.
But there's so much source music in this. So the music playing at like Cyril's house, the music during the Gorman vacation video. The Valacourt like music stuff. But then this DJ like probe droid thing.
Droid comes floating in.
Like I'm like, this is the like most like Star Wars source music we've ever had. People went ape shit for like Nakira. What was the
Narkina?
Yeah, Narkina or the sort of K-pop in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
With
But
this dude, like the music in this, like I'm gonna need a record of like all the source music. So like from Cantina Band to Lopty Neck to like
all the
everything that you hear.
Yeah.
But them going into that like sort of techno beat, but then that bleeding into the score showing around the like with like fucking poor Bix, which Bix, please don't. I swear this show's gonna end where Bix like decides to retire to like Alderaan or something. Like she's getting so tortured, it's fucking pissing me off.
Yeah.
So I want her to have a good, nice, happy ending and just
go and hang out with B2. Just go back to the farm and hang out with B2. Like
he's chilling. He's got all his friends.
Yeah,
I love that he has friends. That's the way they talk to B in this show.
Oh, I love him.
Like it warms my heart so much. They always talk. He's just like an old member of the family. They're always like so concerned about his like happiness. Of like nobody in like any of Star Wars talks to a droid this way.
No.
Out of this show, they like this droid.
He's
the
most
doesn't even like have like uses.
He's got the most emotion.
He's just a family member.
Yeah. He
just kind of
raise
rolls
Cassian,
around,
and he's gonna like help raise those farm kids. Like he's amazing. But he's always going to be looking because he didn't get to say goodbye to Cass. And like, if we don't,
I was hoping when they showed the people in the TIE fighter as they were leaving the farm planet, like I was hoping they'd pan around to B2 and it didn't happen and it made me mad.
Pick him up or something. He's just on that hill.
I mean, we talked about it. We talked about it in season 1 where I thought that maybe something happens to B2 and some circuits get put in to like make K2 who K2 is. But like, I don't know. I have a feeling that we're never going to see that TIE fighter again, and we're never going to see B2 again. I just think that's what this show is. That's going to be the only happy ending of the show, is not seeing him ever again.
Yeah, because there's like a time jump between each arc, isn't there?
It's a year,
so
it's a year between.
Who knows what things are going to be like in the next handful of episodes.
So this was over 3 days. We know that because of the wedding, but like we don't know if arc 2 is like a short snippet in 1 year or if it takes place over a few months. But like each arc is going to be like the following year, building up to Rogue One. So
I'm assuming arc 2 will be Gorman.
3 BBY. I don't know. I think that'd be the third arc, personally.
This
They
Gorman
gotta
thing is going to be like built
no,
up
because
through
of the
it.
third arc. The third arc is going to lead right into Rogue One.
Ah,
They're going to need those
four arcs, dude.
materials.
There's 4 arcs.
There's 4 arcs.
Yeah, it's 12.
Yeah.
12
We're
episodes.
doing this
12
for 4 weeks.
episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit! Awesome.
It's the only Star Wars show that gives us double-digit episodes.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
So
we're
it's
in
nice
there.
how much
Length
I'm on
show. I
board.
wish they would all do this.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Okay, why did I think there was only 3 arcs? I'm like, oh, we'll do
Ralph,
live
you
action
get
Star
more
Wars for 3
Andor.
weeks.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay,
Yeah. Revel in it.
but I feel like we should
Yeah.
get Gorman sooner than later because they got to get the parts to finish the super laser.
We need
But
to see how
now that we're
I think
you
I
see Mon Mothma crash out of the Senate.
that's what and we need to see that after the massacre. So that could be the last arc. Is
Yeah.
all on Coruscant, probably.
Speaking of crash outs, I know I looked that up on Urban Dictionary. I know what it means.
We're so hip.
But speaking of crash outs, Tay Kolma
Oh, dude.
crashing out hard.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Get your shit together, Tay.
It's a
He
shame.
is-
Like I liked him a
What
lot
a
in the
I
first
did.
season, but
What a fool.
in a-
What a fool.
yeah, now we're
Yeah.
like seeing like it was pretty brutal. Like him just telling Mon Mothma, like, listen, like we've solved your thing. Everybody got what they
Gotta get
wanted.
mine.
My life's ruined.
Like I lost my wife, I lost my money, like
Yeah,
I gotta get
she
mine.
just left me.
Yeah,
I'm in shambles.
it's one of those things like we know that they had a history, and
Yeah.
Perrin, who had an amazing arc,
brings it
I
up.
thought, he brings it up. He's like, oh, there's your boyfriend, whatever, and it's one of those things. He's not really mad at it if that is the case. That's just sort of their relationship that they have at this point. I think.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, don't rub it in my face, but fine, whatever.
You just tell me, it's fine.
Yeah.
It is
But
funny
he's-
seeing her. It's funny seeing her and Perrin's relationship while watching this whole wedding preparation happening and being like,
Yeah.
oh, this is exactly what happened to Mon Mothma. She didn't marry
married
Perrin because they
young.
were in love. They were brought together, and I was just like, so their relationship is almost like it's not built on love. So like
No.
Perrin doesn't give a shit if she has a
there was a book,
side piece.
Alexander Freed's latest book, The Reign of the Empire, the first part of the Reign of the Empire trilogy came out, and there's a lot of Mon Mothma in there, and she's like quite introspective about her relationship with Perrin. And it's like over the years, it's had ups and downs. They have shared love before, like they have been in love. And it's like it's ebbs and flows as it goes on, and it's quite often a relationship of convenience or of not using each other in a malicious way, but like using each other because it's just what they need to do to keep going.
Yeah.
He wants to live his lifestyle. She wants to get stuff done, and it benefits them both to stay together. They had the kid when they were very much in love, and we've seen how that turns out and what dickhead their kid is. So it's interesting seeing where they are now, where it's like they've sort of settled into this groove where they're like, it's fine. Like, I know who you are. You know who I am. We're not going to get in each other's way. We're not going to actively be malicious to each other. But there's not really anything there. It's like I don't think they're sharing a bedroom every night.
Yeah, they won't be malicious to each other, but like at the same time, Mon will throw him under the speeder, the
when
proverbial
necessary.
speeder.
Yeah.
If
Whereas-
the cause requires it.
Whereas Tay and her had like a thing when they were younger, it seems like, and he's always like he is pining for her all the way through all of this. It's still, I think, he's like, I want to get paid because I was hoping this might lead to us being together, and it hasn't. It's not doing.
My
that.
wife left me.
So-
He's getting sloshed at this wedding.
So he's just like,
He's in a
fuck it, cards on
bad
the table, pay me and I'll go away. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I'm gonna cause trouble. And
And
he says that in the wrong room with the wrong people
Yep.
around, and
All the
Luthen's
glances
there and-
between Luthen and Mon Mothma are like insane.
and
Yeah.
Vel being the one person that Mon Mothma can be honest with. Like of all of these people there, Vel is the only person who knows the ins and outs, knows who everyone is,
Yeah.
and it's like we can steal a conversation amongst each other like when we can, but like Luthen is playing his foppish like look at me, I'm just the guy bringing all the fancy gifts, and
He had his inn. He's like, hey, I brought this. I hang out with the Davos
Mob
Scolding all the
bosses.
time. I helped him get this statue.
gangsters, yeah.
Oh my lord! Even like when Mon sees him, she's just like, "What the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
What are you doing at my daughter's wedding?
Why is he here? Like, what is he doing here?
I know the groom's dad."
That conversation where they're like, "Oh yeah, you're really good at keeping secrets." He's like, "Oh no, I could never." It's like, "You found me." It's like,
I love the little glimpse
so
of
good
Luthen
at it. Both of them are so good.
Before the wedding when they're just partying and he's talking to like some guy who's like, "Oh yeah, I worked at steer guard." And he's like,
"Oh, where are you?
What do you do?"
Yeah. Where did all those troops get relocated? Where do I need to attack next?
Oh
and
my
then
god.
it's when you see those scenes and then it pans away to another conversation and you just see him walking in the background. And it's like just seeing him in the background,
it's so deliberate.
You know that he's working. He is working that room so well.
Yeah.
Who
and
was
I like
the dude?
You're talking about the guy that was talking about like his upbringing and stuff. He has like
got bumped into.
That we get a little more attention to. I was wondering about that too. Maybe I don't know.
Who knows?
It seemed like an awful lot of talking.
Yeah, to be more than just small talk. But
yeah,
I don't know. But that whole I do like that throughout this whole 3-day wedding, there's still like the little threads of Luthen and Clea and trying to figure out the whole Cassian situation, kind of just
Clea's pissed.
throughout.
Clea's
having a bad time.
She's just not into the way that Luthen is playing.
She's in her like work clothes.
Yeah. She just wants to get back to the shop to like do what she does best, which is like be the radio man. She's the one dishing all this stuff out. She's
I've been trying to call Cassian all day. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm gonna go drink at this wedding.
Like she's ready to be in Yavin base or on Echo base, like with a headset on, like just organizing things. Like she's ready for that.
I love when she finally gets through to Cassian and they're talking in code so much that they don't even trust, like she doesn't even trust the communication like that's gone through. And it's like Cassian's being really, he's like, I've been in this TIE fighter upside down for a day, and he's like, I need to like
floating in space. This thing's a nightmare.
And he's like, just tell me where to go. I thought Cassian was going to show up at the wedding because we've seen the picture of him like with the slicked hair and the suit and stuff. I'm like, he's going to bring that TIE fighter right to that wedding.
As soon as he finds out that like his friends are in trouble, he just disregards anything she says and goes straight to them.
When he first landed in the woods, I thought he was going back and trying to find his sister. Like I thought we were picking up that.
That's what I thought.
Oh, he went back to Kenari in the
I thought that's where he was, but
they didn't give us the Chiron that said the name of the planet. It was the only one they didn't do that, and
they did
I assume that as well.
A lot of locations.
Yeah, but I assume that as well because there's that shot through the trees looking up, and I'm like, oh, he's going back to get his sister as well. I thought that same thing. And then it never occurred to me, like they never told us what that planet was.
No.
And
I mean, they did the same thing. It's picking up those same things as they did in Rogue One, where it's like you don't see Mustafar. Like they don't say Mustafar. It's the only one I think of the planets that doesn't get the Chiron. And it's like you know. If you know, you know. If not, don't worry about it. Rest of this wedding, like the all of the pomp and circumstances, the hike up the mountain, like the fact that it's not been done,
all the ritual of it,
all the rituals of it.
I really like the ceremony.
It's cool.
I like the ceremony talking about future, and they were moving like a clock.
Circles. Everything Chandrillan is a circle. Everything is moving in circles. They're moving around. All their architecture circles. Like that goes back to season 1 in their apartment.
So
like
good.
when they're talking about
she pointed out to me, because like, Lita, one of her braids is cut, and she's like, "Oh, like one of them was cut for the engagement, and now the other one's cut for the ceremony." I was like, "Oh, that's cool," because I was looking at her braids. I'm like, "Oh, one of her braids is cut," but I didn't pick up on that immediately.
It was only when they did it during the ceremony.
I was gonna say, if you were to have your wedding after Andor seasons 2 instead of before, would you have done this ceremony?
Oh yeah, Tara would have the braids, and I'd have a knife at the wedding.
Be walking around in circles
instead of like a father of the bride speech. You'd have just
you will not be getting this knife
giving
back.
The Sagrona Tima, like
I'd be doing the whole thing, but
they still clink the glasses.
With the rings, it felt like a golf clap. Like it was also like
I love,
but it was crazy that the clinkings were going into the other storylines. Like,
yeah.
it's like it's
so cool,
ominous.
such a cool audio thing. But I loved it was such a small thing, but I loved the like announcement that the bride and groom were entering the room because it was so just like real. It was like, here comes the freshly debraided bride.
Yeah,
and I was like, it sounds like prom or something. I'm like,
and
it sounds like a
Mon.
wedding reception announcement.
But
Yeah.
before
It's
that,
so-
the,
it's so
the
perfect.
conversation with Mon Mothma and her daughter.
Oh, holy shit!
And it's this on the heels of her comforting her when she was on the outs with him, like the night before, and then to have this, look, I know you're probably gonna say no, but I'm giving you the opportunity that was never given to me.
Yeah,
we don't have to do this. You do not have to do this.
This whole thing, it made me empathize a lot with Perrin and Lita, because it's like Lita, she just got into this arranged thing. She's going through with it. And now her mother, her like weird mom, is like projecting her regrets onto her right before this pivotal moment. And like after that, when she says like, I wish you were drunk, I was like, oh,
stabbed in the heart. And it's like, that is the moment that Mon Mothma says, fuck it, I can leave this family. I don't need to be with these guys anymore. Like, it's.
But then Mon telling her to get behind her?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like, all right, like, get in line. If that's the way you want to play it, we'll play it. We will do the ceremony. Yeah.
Like that Perrin's speech where he's talking about just like finding just the appeal to hedonism. As like just clinging on to that to be happy. And I'm like, oh, that's like
fuck it, nothing matters. Like, yeah.
It's like, oh, he's like, and Mon is just like hearing she actually, it feels like this is the one time she like heeds his words, because then she starts doing her dance.
And then when he hears
like
about
done.
it, when he hears that she's gone nuts like that, the look that he has, he's like, oh
yeah, he sees her and he's like, what the
I thought Perrin had a great arc, because like I've got so much more. I don't know. It just seems like a deeper character this season. It's like to see.
He's still like the guy who he just wants to live a comfortable life and stuff, but like his speech was like so sad. Like he's happy for his daughter, but like there's just so much in there that just made me so sad for him and for Mon, because it was like, oh, it was so good. Like I didn't expect to be watching a scene where I was just enthralled by Perrin talking, and
on like the 3 different level stages, those like the circles, concentric circles, as they go through the different like versions of the different levels of the speech. It's so good, so
it's
good.
Got all like the perfect little like father of the bride goofs in it and stuff. But then it like gets so real.
And when he's talking
so
to the mob, the like father of the groom, and he's like, does he know what he's getting into? He's like, you know what women in this family are like. Like, she's strong-willed. She's Mon's daughter. Like, and he's like, no, he's gonna get eaten alive.
And he's like, not by half.
Yeah, not a chance. Like, that kid is doomed. And
they're
like, oh well. Like,
what's his name? Stecken or something?
Something like that. Yeah,
it's like Stecken Skulldune.
Just yes.
Oh, it's the like the Chandrilla stuff was definitely my favorite of anything that was happening there. I liked all of it in one way or another, but the Chandrilla stuff felt like perfect.
Yeah. And then Cinta being back at the end as the one who's going to go and kill Tay.
Oh, yeah, that was a great reveal.
The look that she gives to Vel, and it's like, that's cold as well. She's always been the trooper. She's always been the one who will stay behind on Aldhani. She will be on Ferrix, and she'll be the one like willing to kill whoever she needs to kill. She is in on the.
She's always having to tell Vel, like, "Are you like, hey, focus? This is more important than our relationship."
Yeah, we're like, our coupling is like fine, and that's great, but like it doesn't matter. None of it matters.
I love the jab from Clea at the party, which she's like, "Oh, we're just 2 single women looking at the prospects,"
and then the look, like the yeah.
But yeah, her showing up to drive Tay was pretty chilling.
Like, and we don't need to see it. We don't need to see what happened there. We know
we're never gonna see him again.
Mon knows what's happening. Vel knows what's
Yeah,
happening.
that's why she's dancing.
Luthen, obviously,
because she knows that like
it just makes
Luthen's gonna kill her friend.
It makes Cinta scary. Like whenever we see Cinta now, whether she's with a friendly character or a bad character, like they are probably on the chopping block. They're on the chopping block. Like, they could go at any point. Like she's ruthless, and if she's been told this person's got to go, she's not going to ask why. She's just going to do it.
I mean, last time we saw her, she like led that officer into a house on Ferrex and just like stabbed him.
Yep,
stabbed him to death.
She's cold.
She's cold.
Yeah,
she's a Luthen type.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's one of his weapons. That was a great reveal,
though. Yeah.
And I think the only storyline that we've not touched on yet is the Ferrex family, like the Ferrex farmers.
Yes.
Poor Brasso.
We're just trying to stay under the radar. Yeah.
As soon as I saw that Brasso was happy and had a girlfriend and seemed to be doing well, I was like, he's done.
All the death flags were going up.
Yeah, he can't be happy. Can't be happy.
Damn it. I like him a lot too.
He's so good. Such a nice guy. You just want to give him
I got worried because like he was taking off on that speeder bike. And it made me think it's exactly what happened to Quill in the first season of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Where like you don't see it happen, but you know
see the aftermath. Yeah.
You see the aftermath.
It doesn't matter in terms of like the largeness of it. It matters on such a small scale to us as people who have invested in this character, but like,
yeah,
it's just a guy for the Empire. It's just a guy who's running. They always run, and it's like we're gonna kill him. It's just he's got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Cassian getting there just a bit too late. If it wasn't for the douchebags holding him up, he might have been able to save them all. They might have all been able to get away, but he couldn't get there.
And the stuff on what was that planet called? I don't remember. It was like something with a hyphen in it.
I think I wrote it down. Mina Rao.
Stellar Science.
Mina Rao. Yeah.
Yep.
That I like the there's like a couple establishing shots where you like got these big like mountains covered in homes and stuff. They have a big number on them.
Yeah.
I love that. Like,
they're over in 500. They're in 600.
They describe the locations as like they're just these different hills with farms and big, like, massive silos and stuff. It was such a cool world. But yeah, like I guess like not too much was happening there. Just like waiting for Cassian.
Like they were all seem to be living a life. Even Cassian's been there, which is like interesting to know that.
Yeah,
he's been living.
Wilman's met a local girl.
Yeah, Wilman's just like trying to get his end away and causing all sorts of trouble for everyone.
Yeah.
But you know, who amongst us? He's a kid. He's lost his dad a year ago. Like he's just trying to have a good time. The daughter of Ferrex wasn't with them. The one who escaped with them, she wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Wonder if we'll see her again.
I doubt it. I'm sure that it's probably a case of there was no story for her and the actress didn't want to come back or whatever. But like, you could easily write her.
It's been a year.
Yeah, exactly. She could have died. She might have gone back to Ferrex. She could have. Yeah, she could have been like, I wasn't trying to leave. I just wanted to get away because you guys were getting away.
Yeah. Every scene with that Imperial officer was shot to make just made me so uncomfortable.
The way it was shot. And that was the point. Level of uncomfortable.
But like it was always just from these. It was just he was in my personal space somehow.
It's just Brody.
I know that's exactly what they were trying to do, and they succeeded because he was so slimy.
And to like the way that we start seeing those guys being the dream sequence of Dr. Gorst, who tortured Bix. Like the way that we start that, it's like every time we're back there, it's like it's always a bit uncomfortable.
And then he's in the mirror later.
Yeah.
Stevie was like, Stevie like went through the whole thing. It's like, oh, he's just like a bored guy who's doing this job. To he's flirting with her. To no,
he's a fascist rapist.
Much worse than that. He's abusing that power to the fullest.
Yeah.
And
my god,
it's pretty hard to watch.
When she hits him over the head with the wrench, Stevie's like, oh, he's dead. And then he like stands up and she's like, oh,
he's like shrieking like an animal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when he
Yes.
comes outside and like falls and hits his face on the box, I was like, oh, this guy's
That was a relief.
Super dead.
When he finally went down, I was like, oh, thank God. Get out of there, Bix.
But still, Bix is like, she's pleading with the other Imperial.
Yeah.
She's like, this guy was awful. Like, you're gonna go along with that? Like, yeah.
And he does. And it's
indoctrinated.
It's awful.
They're all no good Nazis.
It's like I'm curious, like
no good Nazis.
if this will continue to like affect. I'm sure it will. Like if this does something for Bix's character, gives her some kind of like clarity.
I mean,
or
I feel like her and Willman are both now like they were peripheral. They were with Cass, but I think Cass was trying to keep them separate, keep them protected by not being too involved. Whereas now, I think
it's going to harden them both.
They are going to be
more
like
radicalized,
direct tools of Luthen in the same way that Cass is. Like I think they are.
Yeah.
They are.
Which
I mean, we
exciting.
know that Willman will make a bomb if he needs to, and I think after this and after season 1, Bix is like she's out for blood. She's like, fuck all these guys. I want to go and ruin them.
Which maybe Bix is the one that makes the U-wing.
Maybe.
It's not great for their survivability.
No, I think that's the thing. Like getting them involved more is going to get them killed. I don't think any of them get out of the season, which is going to be heartbreaking. But
we already lost one. We lost Brasso.
Yeah,
so
one an arc. So we
still
just
a few other characters that aren't in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Are we going to get Melshi back?
Yeah, I think he's in the trailer.
I think so.
Pretty sure he's in the trailer.
Interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think we'll see some more Melshi, which I'm very excited for. I like Melshi.
Too. I like Melshi a lot.
A lot of characters that like I never thought I'd give a shit about.
Willman, if they hadn't, they've named all of the people because it's in the novelization and stuff. But like, there's one kid in Rogue One who's like on the crew with Melshi and stuff at the end in that like make 10 men feel like 100 group.
Oh,
who, if they wanted to, they could have like retconned it so that is Willman. But,
like a Captain Rex or Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, exactly. That sort of situation. Like, and they could probably still do that if they wanted to keep Willman alive and just have him be like, he was in the background. He went to.
There he is.
Gareth.
See him over there.
He blows up when like everyone else does. Like, but I don't know. I don't think it will happen.
I'm sure we'll find some way. Something will happen. But I'm sure we'll have some more arcs with those characters. I'm very excited to see where it goes, especially with a time jump.
Are there? We mentioned Melshi. Are there other characters from season 1 that haven't been in these 3 episodes that you're excited to see for the rest of the season? I think of a couple.
I think
we know that we're going to get more Saw, and we're getting like Tubes.
Yeah, more Saw.
The rest of
who's the dude that Luthen did a speech to?
Exactly who I was thinking.
Lonnie.
Like,
Lonnie.
The other ISB agent who's
the other ISB folks.
Like that's who I was thinking of. I really want to see more of what's going on with Lonnie. Is he still undercover? Yeah, like he was a new father at the time. Like, how's that treating him? Because he wanted out. He was breaking down then, and now it's been a year. Now it's been 2 years on since like the earliest we're going to see him. So is he still ingrained, and is he going to get found out? And
I'm always down for more ISB stuff too.
Yeah. Give it to me. That building's
it's electric. Such good dialogue. I'm so happy that these 3 episodes have had such great writing and good dialogue.
The girl from the testing facility from the opening of the.
Oh yeah,
she needed her 12 minutes to escape. She was. Have her pop up like Yavin or something like that, and just be like, "Hey, you help get me out."
Do we get Tarkin? Do we get a better version of Tarkin?
I thought they were going to do it in episode 1 when they were talking about parking situations on Chandrila. I could have sworn I heard them say Governor Tarkin's ship is taking up like double spaces or whatever, and I was like, oh shit, are they going to do a Tarkin thing?
Oh yeah, the ship that was parked.
Yeah, I don't know. Tarkin is possible. Palpatine's possible. Bail Organa still very, very possible. I think.
Yeah. There's a lot of rumors about him being recast.
Oh really?
Bail Organa.
I hope. Yeah. That'd be a sad recast, considering that Jimmy's still out there and still like he came back for Obi-Wan. Like he'll come and do voices whenever. So yeah.
Adam Fraser wants
Yeah,
to see
show the
those
weird aliens from us.
Yeah.
From Narkina.
Yeah,
Love those
yeah,
guys.
give me those guys. They're great.
Complaining about their squigglies.
Have we locked up Adam to be on this season yet? Have we asked Adam?
No, I've been taking it real slow.
Okay.
I reached out. I
I've-
think I reached out to Jacob last week. I'll reach out to
Cool.
Adam
Cool.
all in due time, because the
Okay.
schedule, if you think that like Fridays at the same time works,
Yeah,
then,
it does for me at the moment. Yeah.
yeah.
I'll be off still next week, and then I'm back to work for the last 2 weeks of this. But I'll be able to get back. And I mean, so far I've got headphones on, but so far it seems like the kid's nice and quiet. So
Nice.
we can do it.
Oh, look, kitty cat.
If Liz decides that she needs to
And he's in the
have a
living
break,
room
and
watching.
yeah, I mean they might be downstairs watching. But
This is actually Indy in the chat right here.
oh yeah, I mean his
Whoa.
He's spamming our Twitch account.
yeah, Indy is a massive like fan of Twitch. He's all about it.
Nice. Starting early.
Yeah,
So there
yeah.
you go.
Yeah, for anyone who joined us
late,
late, since we last recorded with Jacob, he's got married. Congratulations, Jacob.
yeah.
And
Congrats to
I
her.
had a kid 2 weeks ago, so I
Yeah.
am tired.
Just
And
like Lonnie.
Yeah,
I
very tired.
yeah,
I feel like I've been undercover for years.
Yes, Ralph have to monologue at you to get you to keep podcasting.
This is great. This has been a nice like hour out of my time for
Yeah.
some me time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alpha.
I'm
Much needed.
I'm super excited about next week. I'm really excited we get a whole nother arc that I didn't know existed.
Yeah. We get like
this-
there's like 3 more Andor movies that we get to watch.
Kafrine has already been mentioned. That was the password of the day.
Kafrine.
Kafrine, and so I feel like the show's going to end on the Rings of Kafrine.
Rings
'cause
of
that's
Kafrine.
where Andor picks up in Rogue One. So
Shoots that
He
dude.
shoots that hapless guy.
shoots that guy. I think we're gonna see some more of that hapless guy.
That's
Maybe
the
we
thing
see
is
how he
watching-
hurts his leg.
Watching this series, I'm like cool with Andor killing whoever he needs to kill. Now at this point,
Yeah.
like at the beginning of season 1, I'm like where he's at like the strip club or whatever, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, don't shoot those policemen. And then now I'm just like,
Fuck.
kill all the Lost Boys on Yavin. Just get rid of, like, I'm just like, shoot everybody that needs to be shot.
I'm so glad you said
Go
Lost
to the
Boys, 'cause
wedding.
that's how I was referring to them in my notes. Like they were just a bunch of Lost Boys. Yeah.
That's Lost
They drove
Boys.
me up the fucking wall. And when they
Yeah.
started doing the rock paper scissors, I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me
That's
right
it.
now.
That's
Dramatic
yeah.
rock paper
Fucking
scissors.
idiots.
Yeah.
And it's one
When
of
they
those
said
things where, like, have people figured it out what the claw one is and what the other two are?
I was watching and it just looks
Apparently
so
it's a game.
stupid. They're just like
I was
I'm
listening
so
to
mad.
House of R. Joanna Robinson and Mallory Rubin were talking about it. Apparently, it's a game that's already been mentioned in Star Wars. There's like 15 different animals that they can do. It's rock paper scissors.
it just looked insane when
So
they were
dumb.
doing it.
So
As
when
soon as
they
did
laid
it,
all their weapons down and they were like, and name your second, and I was like, okay, so they're just gonna have a duel and the winner
gonna
takes all
wrestle.
sort of thing. Yep, but
And then it
they-
shows their hands, and I was like, "Oh
fucking-
my
they're,
god,
they're
what the
children.
hell?"
They are just
so
idiot
are
children.
these like an analog for like incel fanboys? like you fucking
Bickering
idiots
amongst
who bitch
themselves.
and moan about like Jedi adventures on YouTube Kids. Like, are you those
Watch a show
people?
for 5-year-olds.
Like, here's this here's the adult in the room who's gonna fucking
He's gonna sit back. He's just gonna watch. He's gonna actually get some water because they need to drink. And he's gonna get his gun from his secret compartment that he could have got at any point. He's just gonna
Mhm.
bide his time. Yeah. And
it's a
so
bunch
you
of
mentioned
bickering asshole kids, and Andor's
Yeah.
the adult in the room, and that's what this show is. It's
He
the
grabs
fucking
his-
adult
yeah.
in the room.
he grabs his gun and he grabs. Was that the communication device to talk to the others?
yeah. He
Okay,
started,
I
that's
thought
what he's
so.
trying to hook up to the TIE Avenger so we could talk to Clea.
Liz is in the chat with Indy. They're downstairs. Hasn't changed her name on YouTube, which is interesting. But yeah. But no. So yeah, Indy's downstairs. He was here. He said hi to these guys beforehand, but if he's
Yeah.
sleeping, let him sleep, please.
Oh, yeah.
Handsome
Thanks,
fella.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's a good baby. We've not had to full name him to Indiana yet, but when he's naughty,
Oh
that is,
yeah.
he is.
Oh,
Of course.
she's been a bit busy to change her name.
Yeah, I love that.
Been a bit
We
busy.
get it.
Yeah.
I
Um,
believe
I think I've said, like, I don't have anything new. Do you have anything new? Anything more?
I think we covered like everything I wanted to talk about.
Me too.
It's real exciting to have Andor back after so long.
It sounds like Adam
most
will be
excited
up
I've been for Star Wars in ages.
Adam will be up for next week. Jacob, you could always come back anytime you're itching to talk about Andor. I know you
on
Astro Goblin. On Astro Goblin, if you are on Patreon and listen to the podcast, you and Patrick talked about possibly doing an Andor show. If you end up not doing that and you need to get it out,
and if both of you want to get it out, like,
you can't just bottle it up.
You're all always welcome. Astro Goblin
of course.
family is welcome over here, definitely anytime.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. We're an Astro Goblin family over here. We love it. We got the tier where we can watch the comment shop. A little bit of
Ralph.
Like I've been
had a couple Ralph comment shops. Yeah,
twice. I'm very proud of them. Nick Kroll Kidman was one of them.
I don't even.
I forget what the other. I forget. It turned into something more than, I don't know. You put in there was a shot from Ender's Game in the background or something, and
that was that one. It was the Ender's Game one. Good lord.
And then I forget what the other one was.
I just last night.
On my notes,
go ahead.
I have a list. I have a list on my notes. So anytime you guys ask for a prompt, I can give you a preview. Of this is stupid. No one cares about this.
If you do care about this sort of stuff, it's you can find everything over at Astro Goblin Plays on YouTube, and you guys are on Twitch as well, aren't you? Yep.
Not Twitch, but pretty much all YouTube and then Patreon.
That's just your personal stuff.
Look at that. That's one amazing. Of our shows on Patreon, which we're also
Nintendo Cuba Gooding Jr. is one that will be coming up.
That's very good. Well, next month we're actually going to have a Star Wars podcast of our own that everybody will be able to listen to. Where we're going to be talking about these books.
Is that the Glove of Darth Vader?
Yes. It sure is.
Oh,
but that's going to be available for everybody.
Of the Glove of Darth Vader.
There's two of. I don't know where the other one is, but they have 3 books each.
And, wow.
These are from my childhood.
Yeah, I remember those books. They are massive pieces of shit.
Yeah, but we talk about those, and like everybody will be able to listen to them. But then on Patreon, we'll also have like video versions of it. But we're also doing full dramatic readings of the entire book.
Oh my god, I've been clearing out this room slowly but surely before the kid was, and I was like, I've got some old Star Wars books I could probably sell on eBay, and it's like, does anyone want to buy, or does anyone just want a copy of Darth Maul Shadow Hunter by Michael Reeves?
I got a big pile I brought back from my my parents' house.
Oh, nice!
A bunch of informational Star Wars books and New Jedi Order novels.
I should just start giving this stuff away on podcasts, shouldn't I? But shipping's a bitch, and shipping it over to you guys is going to be an absolute fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Well, you got we got a 90-day extension, right? Should be good.
I mean, for now. Anyway, the show's got enough politics in it, and if they did a season 3, I'm sure that we'd get lots of Imperial tariff talk. But for now, and I've just seen that Luigi Mangione pleads not guilty in federal court.
Exciting!
Yeah, let's see. Let's go.
Is that Mario Kart World you're talking about?
Yep, that's the one. Playable character.
We got Stevia Switch 2. We were able to get through that. And,
nice.
Yeah. So I'll be able to play
secure one through Best Buy.
That was the one we did. Like everything was so fucked. Everything was fucked across the board.
I hopped on kind of late too, and I just tried, and I think I just got lucky or something.
No, what happened was everybody's like shitty Walmart at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, shitty Target 9 o'clock. Everyone was saying their times, but Best Buy was like, we're not telling you the time we're to come crash our site. And so while those sites were crashing at like 9:32, it went up, and I just went click. It put me in a line, and then like a minute later, it was ours.
Oh man, We need that sort of luck on Sunday because the Glastonbury tickets resale, they're up, and me and Liz are psychopaths and want to take an 8-week-old baby to the biggest music festival in the world.
Hell yeah, do it.
It'll be, if we don't go, it'll be Liz's first time missing it in like 20 years. So yeah,
I feel
we are stupid.
I mean, hey, listen, kids got to learn. There's nothing worse than like iPad kids who can't even go to like a place in like a restaurant in public without being a nuisance. So get Indy acclimated to the world.
I mean, he went to a festival in the womb, which was interesting. He was so it won't be his
absorbed
first.
It all.
Yeah. We went and got his hearing.
And they're doing the Mon Mothma dance.
Yeah, we went and got his hearing tested yesterday just to make sure that like we hadn't ruined him before he was even born. But
right. That's good. That's good to check.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a good parent, I swear.
What do you say we get out of here? I feel bad taking up Jacob's time. He's a busy dude.
Get out of here.
Us.
Of course.
Have a Friday show.
I'll be back to talk about Andor some more.
Absolutely welcome all season long. It'll be 5 p.m. so 9 a.m. on Friday mornings. All season.
Yeah.
Just drop us a message if you want to jump in, or
I'll just keep sending you, DM you the studio. If you want to come, you can. If not, you don't have to.
Yeah. No pressure.
Sounds good. Oh, Ralph, I should mention. I finished editing a Patreon video that I put up on the Astro Goblin Patreon, where we did a tier list about which pod racers give the best blowjobs.
Oh,
Team Toe
Toe's in there.
Quadraneros.
Yeah.
Ping Quadraneros.
They're pretty much all in there. It's a vile video. It's
not
probably one of the worst things we've ever made.
Deadbolt has to be at the bottom, right?
We put Deadbolt pretty low.
Yeah, he can't be great
because of physical incompatibilities. It's a weird head. It's a horrible video, but it made me laugh. It's like the worst thing we've ever made.
Okay, yeah. See, yeah. Listen,
who
is? I just need to know, and I don't mind being spoiled. Who's below Deadbolt? Honestly,
who's below Deadbolt? Let me check. I made the actual. I have the tier list here.
Gazgano
Deadbolt is. Gazgano's up there.
Yeah. He can get up on there.
But Dud's an F tier, so he's almost at the bottom. Aldar Beto's at the top. Elon Mack.
Well, you don't have to get the whole thing. I just want to know who is below Deadbolt. I can't even
who's
imagine.
Below Deadbolt? Well, there's a special tier underneath F called Ryan's Special Suck Buddies, because Ryan's in that video.
Oh, it's Ryan there. Oh.
And these are
it's
ones
gonna be a different kind of video.
Yeah, these are ones that only Ryan wanted. Patrick and I did not want. Charlotte's out of town.
When the Charlotte's away.
The rats will play. All right, but
okay. I'll do. So go sign up for Astro Goblin's Patreon. It's great.
You will regret it.
Thank you everyone for joining us. It's great to be back, and we will be back next week to talk about Andor season 2, episode 4, 5, and 6. But until then, don't give in to hate.
Celebrate the love.
Punch it.